Welcome to learn object-oriented programming. Today, let us see fundamental programming structures in Java. In this part 1 video, we are going to see about commands and data types. Let's start with commands. Commands are used to give some information about the program. So it's mainly used for documentation purpose. So in Java, there are three statements are used to provide these commands. First one, /. With the help of this, we can write single line commands, and if you want to give multi-line commands, you can use either this statement or this one. So here we can use /*, then you can type your command, then it should end with */, or you can use /*, and you can end with / along with this asterisk. So whenever you need to write multi-line commands, you can use these statements. So these statements, that is the statements which comes inside the command sections, are not executable code. Next one is data type. Java has 8 primitive data types. We can group it into 4 main types: integer, floating point value, character, and boolean. So inside integer, this byte, short, integer and log things are there. So whenever we want to use to represent whole value numbers, we can go for this integer data type. And if you want to represent fractional numbers, you can go for floating point type. And for representing a character or a character set, we can go for this character data types. And to represent the true or false value, we can go for boolean data type. Let us see one by one in detail. First one, integers. So the integer supports 4 basic types: byte, short, int, and long. So here I am showing the different range of values. For byte, the range of value is -128 to 127. Likewise, in short, we can use this much range of value. So here the second column is used to denote the width of the corresponding data types. So depending upon the values you are going to use in your program, you can use any one of this data type. So all the 4 data types are used to represent whole values. You can represent both positive and negative values. So here I am showing one example to represent about the long variable. This is a program for computing the distance the light travels. So that I have declared some variables with this long data type, and I am assigning the value. That is, I am approximating the speed of light and stored it into the light speed variable. And the program is to calculate how much distance the light travel in 1000 days. So that I am assigning days as 1000. So initially I have to convert it into seconds, so that I am using this statement. I am converting this 1000 days into some seconds. Then I am calculating distance by multiplying the light speed and the seconds. So this is the line which is used to compute the distance the light travels. Then finally I am used to print these lines using this system.out.print statements. So with the help of this, we can show the result. So I need to show the result like this: in 1000 days, light will travel about this much miles. So that I am using some commands. That is the message. Then I am taking the value of the variable from this code, and I am showing the result. So here this the final output is, that is, the distance of the light is very long. So the range is long, so that I am using long data type for representing this variable. And next one is floating point type. So whenever we need to represent the real numbers, we can use this floating point type. It has 2 things: double and float. So float is used to represent single precision number, and double is used to double precision number. So here I am showing the approximate range of these 2 data types. And here I am showing a small example to calculate the area of the circle. So here I am assigning that values to the floating point or double values. Either you can use float or double. If you are giving a small values, the float is enough. if you want to give double, it is also not a problem. So either you can use float or double data type to represent this fractional part. So if the range is very high, means we can move on to double. So here I am just assigning a radius to a variable r and pi value to this, that is 3.142 this pi, and I am just applying the area of the circle formula, and finally I have showed the result in the screen. So this is the result of this code. And the next one is character. So in Java, Unicode is used to represent the characters. So it will support the international character set. So here I am showing small example. That is to represent alphabets, the capital letters. These are the Unicodes, and this is the normal decimal number. Either you can use this code, that is character, directly within single quotes, or you can use the corresponding decimal value. So with the help of these codes, we can access the characters in Java. So the range of character data type is this one. And here I am demonstrating the character. I am just declaring two variables, ch1 and ch2, and I am assigning 88 to ch1. So 88 is the decimal code for capital X, and I am assigning the character Y directly. So here I am just demonstrating how we can use the character value. Either you can use the character with a single quotes, or you can use the corresponding code. So both are same. So here I am using the print statement, and I am printing the first X and Y value. So if I am using ch1, I have initialized it as 88. Since it is the character data type, so it take corresponding character only here. Then in ch2 I have directly assigned Y. So in this way we can use this characters. And here I am showing how we can apply this integer arithmetic operations on it. So if I am using X here, so ch1 is the character data type, and I have stored capital X into it. Then I am just printing the value first, that is X is printed here. Then I am applying incrementation operation. So now the value, the actual code of this X is incremented, and it will show the next value. So in this output you can see first ch1 contains X, then after performing incrementation ch1 is now Y. So in this way we can apply arithmetic operations on this variable. Then the last type is Boolean. So Boolean is mainly used for providing logical values. So it have only two possible values, that is true or false. So we can use this Boolean type whenever we are using the relational operator. So if you want to check this A and B, if it is greater or less, we can apply any relational operation. So it will provide the result either true or false. So those values can be stored into the Boolean data type values. So that's all about data types. So in this session you got idea about commands and the primitive data type. In the next part 2 video we can see about variables. Thank you.